The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
A business executive who transformed an in-house construction company to a leading general contracting company in the country. An engineer who has proven his skills at the helm of one of Bahrain's leading business conglomerate. Ajit Kumar, Chief Executive, Dadabai Constructions. A qualified and experienced professional focused on achieving exceptional results in highly competitive environments that demand continuous improvement. Mr. Kumar, who started his career as a project engineer at 23, has over 32 years of experience in the field with almost 2 decades of expertise specific to the Middle East. He is at the helm of Dadabai Constructions for the past 12 years, prior to which he was with leading companies in Bahrain, UAE and India. With a highlight track record in these countries, Mr. Kumar's signature is etched in some milestone projects including the Address Hotel at Marasi, Sheraton Hotel and the Gulf Hotel, Jufair Heights, Kingdom Mall, Galleria Shopping Complex, the Index Tower 86-storied building in Dubai, Dubai Marina Mall, Dubai Motor City and Phoenix Market City, Bangalore, India. Skilled in his field, Mr. Kumar has proven his capabilities in the areas not limited to building construction, infrastructure and interior works, property development, real estate, industrial projects and commercial buildings. Also a team builder and motivator, the man is known for his quick decision-making skills and problem-solving capabilities. An alumnus of the Indian Universities of Bangalore and Annamalai and a passionate music lover, Mr. Kumar from Aranmula in the state of Pathanamthitta in Kerala is married to Sharada Devi Satyabhama, an interior designer by profession and homemaker. Actively involved in the Indian Ladies Association, who served on its board as its General Secretary and Vice President. The couple has 2 daughters, Sneha, a qualified lawyer and a popular actress, and Shreya, a third-year architecture student. Joining us this evening on Biz Talk from BMC Global Live, a show which features success stories of business leaders, it is the Chief Executive of Dadabai Constructions, Ajit Kumar.
A man of skills and fine taste of aesthetics, leading the construction sector of one of Bahrain's renowned conglomerates, the Dadabai Group of Companies. Tonight with me on Biz Talk from BMC Global Live, a show which features stories of business leaders, Ajit Kumar, Chief Executive, Dadabai Construction. Good evening, Ajit. Welcome to the show.
Good evening to you.
Thank you very much for taking your time off to be with us at the BMC studios.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Great. As I just said, Dadabai Group has a name of its own.
Yes.
It needs no introduction, and indeed I'm privileged that I've had your top man, Mr. Dadabai himself here with me,
yes.
And then also Dr. Arun Kumar Praharaj.
Right.
Remembering them, their good words.
Yes.
It was such a nice interaction, and it's nice to have you again here to repeat. Yes. It may not be a repetition because you represent a different sector of the mother group.
Yes.
And being at the helm of affairs of such a well-established group in Bahrain, how do you look at the growth of the Dadabai Group in Bahrain, its contribution to the progress and development of the kingdom?
Yeah. As you know, the Dadabai Group is in existence for several decades, and it started a long time back, and it has many divisions on service sectors. Like Dadabai Construction is one, as you rightly mentioned. Then we have Elite Hospitality, Elite Group of Hotels. Then Dadabai Travels, one of the top, travel companies in Bahrain. Then Pegasus in the real estate arm for the group, Elite Facility Management. Then then we have Beacon School we are running, Arabian Neon, and there are a lot of other divisions also which caters to the need of Bahrain for decades now. And the Dadabai Group has, as a whole, it is famous for the quality work, and we have some operations in Dubai as well.
Okay.
And some projects are going on in Dubai, and it is predominantly, when it comes to the construction division, it started in 1977. So we have actually crossed 45 years now. So predominantly it is a builder developer company, having a lot of villa projects done many years back. Then the major residential projects in Bahrain, such as Abraj Lulu, then Jufair Heights and Seif Terraces. There is a lot of projects which we did. Then office towers like Platinum Tower. Then commercial complex like Galleria Mall in Saint, and Beacon School is another thing. So we have got an elite group of hotels which are all constructed by Dadabai Construction. So in fact, when I joined in 2010, 13 years back, 12 years back to be precise, it was predominantly a developer builder company, and we were doing a lot of projects. And 7 years back, we started getting back to the contracting, and we started taking small jobs and started getting into the contracting. Contracting is a different ball game, not like in-house development. We formed a team, and then 5 years back we started getting into major projects, and now in 5 years, if you look at it, we are one of the leading contractors in Bahrain. We have taken, me and my team and management joined together as a team. We have taken Dadabai Construction as one of the top contracting companies, and we have taken it into the top league.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's no mean job to be heading a segment that has got some of the signature products out there. As you mentioned, most of these skyscrapers in the country has your signature on it.
Yes.
And the construction sector,
Yep.
coming to the sector as such, narrowing it down. It's a segment that is very crucial holistically for the development of the nation and the workers, isn't it? The employee, the group that is closely associated with your segment is mostly expatriates, especially the community that you and I belong to, the Indian community. And the pandemic has been a time of testing and trial. I'm sure you would agree with me.
Yes.
You would be able to tell us the challenges that you went through at that time, both as the chief executive of the sector, business-wise, and the personal side of it. How was the 2 years, 2.5 years, Ajit, and how do you find it now? How do you see the post-pandemic days?
Yes. The pandemic was a troublemaker for all the sectors, all the companies, and across the globe. It was, we as a group was severely affected because of the lockdown. The hotels were not in operation for many months, and travel, company
yes,
and other
completely
things.
hit.
So we had several issues, and a lot of laborers lot of workers and staff, they were not having any work and other things. But at the same time, when you look at it, Bahrain is one of the few countries which was not having lockdown on the construction sector.
Yes.
And we were all working. So working during the pandemic on the construction side, it was not an easy task.
Yeah, exactly. The construction sector is something which they say is not affected because work went down, but at the same time challenges were different. Of a different kind, isn't it?
There's two sides of it. There are two sides of it. One is that since the lockdown was not there, the laborers were engaged and they were getting salary on the construction sector. That's a plus side if you look at the plus side. And on the other side, we are all working on a thin margin and in a competitive field and contracting field. When you look at it, it was for the hand sanitizer and mask. It was not provisioned in the original contract.
Yes.
There is no fund or allocation or estimate done for that. Our bus carries 50 workers, can only carry 25 social distancing, and the labor efficiency has come down below 50%.
I think the whole equation changed, right?
Yeah, fear of COVID, and social distancing, and taking temperatures and every day daily checks in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. It all takes time. So effective working hours in the site was reduced, and even when working, the efficiency because of the fear of because of the fear factor, they were not able to work properly, and efficiency has come down. And when it comes to the material, many countries wherein the source of materials, source of production, those countries were on lockdown. So production was not happening. Even after the production done, transportation was a real trouble, bringing the shipping and the freight, and it was to say the freight charges has gone up 4 to 5 times. And but even with that money, we are ready to spend, but there was no ship available. So it was really a tough time for anybody in the contracting sector, which to face this kind of situation. And I had a inner conflict in my mind those days. That was very difficult to manage. We are working on it's all time-bound projects. There is a definite completion time for the project, and there are LD clauses, penalty clauses, associated with the project, which if there's a delay, and we have to finish the project on time. If we don't finish, all these unpleasant situations will arise. And this is on one side. On the other side, we know anybody going to the site, they are taking a risk on their life.
Yes.
And my general managers, my project managers, my engineers and staff, they have to go to the site. I have to really push them to the site. I know it is. I was feeling guilty because I know I'm not doing the right thing, but I have no other go because I have to finish the project on time. Do or die situation kind of this, and and when I go to the site, my site visits also was reduced because I am meeting Dadabhai family, Mr. Mohammad Dadabhai frequently, and Mr. Shabir Dadabhai, his son. Frequently we meet during the COVID situation. So I didn't want to go to the site and get exposed. Get
them also exposed.
I wanted to in a way I just wanted to. I don't want to be a carrier.
Yes.
So I was just controlling myself, just going to the site for limited hours or coming back. But I know when I go there, my managers and engineers are working, laborers are working. If you need to lift this table, there are 4 people required, and you cannot have a social distancing. They have to work together. They are all exposed. So this was a internal conflict.
Yeah.
I was having how to how to complete the project and how to take care of the laborers and from this kind of situation. So it was a real this thing. And last year March, April, in the month of March, I could see there are a lot of letters coming from the client regarding the delays, the reminding us about the penalty clauses and other things. Then I thought, fine, I have to get back to the project sites. I have to go back 10 years, maybe when I was working as a GM or those days, I have to just push. See, I started going back to the site in the early morning in March and April, and May end I was affected with COVID and pneumonia, and I was seriously admitted to the hospital for 15 days. So this happened to me, and it happened to many people. So it was the conflict in my mind was severe, which was very difficult for me to manage. I was feeling guilty for what I am doing it, but I was not.
There are certain situations like that.
I was not having any other thing.
Right. But yeah, I feel so nice listening to this testimony, because that is the time when the private sector proved its support to the government. And I must say, at this moment, we must remember the leadership, the royal leadership of this country, which stood by the people especially. And I remember at that time, it was early at that time when I had Mr. Dadabhai here. He was such a visionary that he suggested steps as a top businessman in the country, and the combination of the government private sector did really work well. And I think that's why today Bahrain is on the top of the world on its success stories of COVID. Thanks to people like you. Yes, it's very rare that we get to know the inside stories. We only see the outside stories of tall skyscrapers, but good to hear that you survived. As you said, there are many people out there whom we do not know who had to really be out there, which in turn helped all of us.
Right.
Thank you very much for that. What is new with Dadabhai Construction? How do you see the post-pandemic phase?
Yeah, when you are talking about the rulers and the government in Bahrain, they were very, very proactive. And I was always thinking that if the lockdown was imposed on the construction sector, what would have happened to Bahrain?
Exactly.
It was one way it was a very good decision by them for keeping the things going, So and Mr. Mohammed Dadabhai, my chairman, and he's a visionary, and he was always trying to tell me to Ajit, you have to take care, you have to reduce your visit to the site and make sure that all the protocols and protections and precautions are being done. So he used to check with me every day, and his son, Mr. Shabir Dadabhai, who is the MD, and I'm working with him very closely. So he is also very, very concerned about the labours at the site. When you're talking about the projects on hand, we are just completing the Address Hotel, the most prestigious project in Bahrain, in Marasi. It is in the handing out stage, and we are doing the other most prestigious job. One of the most prestigious job is Sheraton Hotel, which we are doing, which we are halfway through, which is in Manama. So that is another project, and then we are doing STP project for the Ministry of Works in Tubli, then Rami's Mall in Arad, and stable for Royal Court in Salak, and the Beacon School, our own school, that is the second phase is happening now. So there are so many projects in hand, and we are actively looking forward for the new projects, and we are actively participating in the tenders in the upcoming this thing. A good thing is that there are a lot of projects coming up. That's a good thing, which will definitely trigger the economic growth, or to change, to come out of the pandemic, the crisis which we were in the pandemic times. So if you look at it in our place, India, if you need to create a positivity, you have to have 10,000 projects. But in Bahrain, if you have 20 good projects, then positivity is created.
Yes.
So that will trigger all other the economic growth and other things. So our rulers and government, they are very, very supportive and proactive to support all the new projects. That's a good thing, and I'm sure they will come out. As you rightly said, those who have crossed over this pandemic situation will survive forever.
Yes, it was a time
Yes.
that proved the real metal,
Yes, yes,
isn't
yes,
it?
yes, yes, yes.
On that positive note, let's take a short break. It is Ajit Kumar, Chief Executive, Dadabhai Constructions, with us on Biz Talk from BMC Global Live.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back to Biz Talk from BMC Global Live, and with me this evening is the Chief Executive of Dadabhai Constructions, Ajit Kumar. Ajit, being at a position like yours, the Chief Executive of a leading conglomerate, as I said, also brings in some social responsibilities,
Yes.
especially the sector that you represent,
Yes.
with a vast number of expat population that's involved. And again, as I said, the lion's share being our community. How are you engaged socially? What, in your definition, is giving back, and how is it possible?
See, we in the pandemic situation, and even before that, we as a group, the Dadabhai group, and my division as a construction division, and on my personal capacity as well, we were all involved in the charity services to find out who are needy, not only in Bahrain, in India also, to support them in the charity services. This is, I always feel that charity is not doing charity is not an event, it is a lifestyle, so which we have to keep on doing it. But pandemic has, taught us how we can help each other and move forward, and where the people are.
I think it defined the need for charity.
Defined the need for it, as you rightly said. Is so, my wife Sharada is also into a lot of charity services and other things. So I help her, and I help her in doing that. And the organizations, social organizations in here in Bahrain as well as in India, who are engaged in this kind of charity services and helping people. So we support them, and that is the process which we have to do. This everyday job, even after the COVID. Also, we have to keep on doing this kind of services. And giving back personal level, apart from what we are discussing, the giving back to the community, or giving back to is our experience, whatever we have experienced, in whatever area we have experienced, we share that information to the youngsters who are coming into the organization, coming do this thing, the next generation. That is another giving back. Yes,
Right.
yes.
Since you said that, on that note, let me ask you, what will be your tip to youngsters coming into the field? Of course, time is different.
Yes.
You came to Bahrain when, and now the generation, there is a gap, the change, even the skill sets are different, today's generation.
Yes, yes.
And the way, most of the current CEOs are 12 years, 13 years, 15 years. But do you think that is the pattern, that's the new generation following? What would be your tip to them?
So I have started working in the age of 23, and those days campus selection was not there. But even before my result came, I was I started working in the company called BPL. Those days, BPL was one of the best companies in India. In Bangalore. I did my engineering in Bangalore, and even before my getting my degree certificate in my hand, I started working. It was a huge project. So when I look back, from my early days of my career, whenever a new person, new fresher comes to my organization, I always tell them, whatever you are going to learn in your entire career, more than 50% you are going to learn in your first year, because you are exposed to many new things, and you are you have your degree certificate in your hand, but it is just a paper if you don't have an experience. And the first year, whenever you work, when you start your career, I always tell them, don't work for the company, don't work for your boss, work for yourself.
Yeah.
You try to learn and you get exposed to all these things. Don't think that, okay, this is my area, the company has given me this area, I paid for this, I don't have to look at the other area. So the training is a process, as you rightly said. The training and bringing the people and guiding them properly is a part of the main part of a job, like a person like me. I was working, as I told, I was working in BPL, and Sanyo Japan was our BPL Sanyo was joint venture doing a lot of electronic stuff those days. So there was when towards the end of the project, all the people from Sanyo Japan, they were there, and they used to come to the rooftop for having a cigarette or whatever. They come to the top, and over a period of time I became friends with them. So still the work was going on the other side. So they were looking at somebody walking there with, it's a huge project and it's a distance. So they asked me, what is happening there? Then I told we are putting concrete there. Then how you are putting concrete? So then I took them there, and they were shocked. They asked me, Ajit, you mean to say that the entire building is done like this? I told that is the beauty of India. We have got human resources. So from that date to now, if you look at it, the new generation is very lucky. If you have a doubt at site, then we have to go back and take that book and refer it and all. Now you can Google it and just find out how this is happening, what is the correct method of doing it. Anything is available. Those days we were having a huge project and only one person. I became the site in charge at the age of 24. So then I'm the only person, only in the engineer side. It's a huge project. It's a tool room and molding shop for BPL. It's a huge project. But there was if I look at it now, similar project will have a team of 20-25 engineers.
Yes.
So then I used to go to site at 8 o'clock in the morning and come back at 9 o'clock in the night. And but it was just like particular passion, or just like I was always telling that I'm trying to educate myself. And if I look at it, that training or that opportunity I got in first year, or first or second year, first 2 years, which has helped me to become a head of the division, construction division, at the age of 37. It is, if you look at it, that I was able to climb the ladder. It was not easy.
Yes, indeed.
So there were a lot of hard work in that. So work hard and try to learn and try to work for yourself. This will be my advice to any.
Those were really
newcomers.
gems for the new generation out there, from a stellar career growth that you portrayed. Indeed, it's no mean achievement, and I can see the sheer passion for you. And may I ask you, was civil engineering your passion?
Actually, my father was retired agricultural director of agriculture in Kerala government. And he was an agricultural professional. He did his studies from J.B. Pant University, in North, and he was Nainital. It was Nainital, yes, J.B. Pant University in Nainital, and he wanted me to join that university and pursue agricultural, education. Maybe so. He was telling me, if you are particularly in engineering, there is a stream called agricultural engineering. Why don't you take it? So actually, when I was studying in the school, I'm from Aranmula, the temple town Aranmula, and I was studying in a school called AMMHS in Idiyaranmula. And then when I was going, see, those days we used to avoid roads, you know. If you have cycle, we go by cycle. Otherwise, we go through, you know, the
inside roads,
inside roads, and your, you know, the houses of your, you know, relatives and friends.
You
and,
jump
you know,
from one yard to the other.
This thing, that. So when I was, we always find shortcuts coming back from the school. You know, as we go as early as possible to start our, you know, evening football and other things. So when I was going through that, when I was coming back, you know, there's a project called the PIP, Pamba Irrigation Project, that was going on. That project was going on. Those days the project will take years together. So I was looking at, you know, the people working there in the construction, and I see the chief engineer or executive engineer comes in a jeep, they comes in a bullet, and when they come, I was a small boy. I was studying in 5 or 6 or 7 those standards. When this engineer comes, the kind of respect they get, and the people work and look at in the evening when I see they completed a job and the satisfaction in their faces. So that time I decided I'll become a civil engineer. I want to become a civil engineer.
Okay.
I was having an opportunity for other trades, but I refused, and I just wanted to. I was waiting for. In fact, those days in Kerala, the place where I am from, there are only five engineering colleges. So it was very difficult to get the seats in Kerala. So I had to go to Bangalore and try for this thing. Fortunately, finally my father was convinced with my passion, and he told, okay, fine, if that is your passion, I will not stop you. You go ahead. So I am happy that I have taken this field. One thing, you know, one thing we love to remember is that if you are doing a work with you which is your passion, you will give 100%.
Indeed.
And especially when you see a lot of lady engineers, you know, they all have their good degree, academic, very high marks and all. They don't go for the job after some time, only because their passion is not there. But you will see the other ladies, though they are you know, financially sound, they keep going till you know whatever time period they can do it. It is only because of their passion. They love their job. So if you love your job, you can give 100%.
Indeed, irrespective of man or woman, you're 100% right. If it's a passion, if there is a passion for it, any job, be it any job.
Why I mentioned man and woman? It was not this thing. I was thinking that, you know, man goes to, they have no other choice. They have to go. They have to go. And now the things are changing. But I'm talking about my the early days of my career. Those days, my generation. You know, those days you have an option whether to go for a job, ladies especially. But now you see everybody is working, and when you look at that, is one thing I am very proud of the new generation. They, irrespective of, you know, boys or girls, they all have to work, and they wanted to think about marriage only after they settle down.
Settle in there.
Yeah, that is whether it is boy or girl. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, for success, indeed, passion is needed, and not only that, hard work. And that is what the career graph of Mr. Ajit Kumar, Chief Executive of Dadabhai Construction, tells us. And on that note, let's take a short break. Welcome back to BizTalk from BMC Global Live, and with me is Ajit Kumar, CEO, Dadabhai Constructions. Ajit, you the civil engineer, you the social being, you the business executive, the very important part remains towards the end of this chat. What about your lovely family? You did mention in between, well, your wife Sharda is not new to any of us, a very vibrant woman out there in the social front of Bahrain, an active part of Indian Ladies Association. She was the former vice president, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Tell us more about your beautiful family, please.
Yes, Sharda is my wife, and she's an interior designer by profession, and she was working in the initial days of her her family. She was working, and when the kids, when she thought her attention has to be there with the kids, then she left the job, and it was her decision to stop working. But still, she was working as a freelance interior designer for helping the people, when they construct a house, and when they check with her for her expert advice and all. So she's very good at that, that profession. But because of her decision, she has not worked as a full-time employee, but still she is continuing to work, and she's actively involved in the social circle, like Indian Ladies Association. She is this thing, and she was in fact teaching Malayalam in Kerala Social and Cultural Associations years back to the kids and all. So she's a person who wants to be in the social circle, and I might not get that kind of time, and when she is doing it, I support her. That's I'm very happy and proud of her, whatever she's doing. And my elder daughter is Sneha Ajit, and she is a legal professional, and she did her LLB from University of Manchester, UK, and LLM from Masters from UNSW Sydney, and he was working in Weil Pharmacy for 2 years as a legal and compliance officer for 2 years. Just before the pandemic, she's basically a dancer, a classical dancer, and she acted in she did some dance dramas here in Bahrain as well as in Surya Trivandrum. And then one of the directors happened to see her dance, and he invited her to the film field, and she acted. That's the time when she left her job from Bahrain. And now she did three movies and another 2 short films and different and many ad shows she completed. And it is her passion, and I'm very happy that she is taking her legal. She is associated with a legal firm in Dubai, so she's doing she's involved in that also. She's trying to take legal profession as well as her passion together. And as long as we can support, we'll support. That's what I always believe, that if it's your passion, you have to go for it. So me and Sarada, we support her, and we have a younger daughter, Shreya Ajit, and she is doing her 3rd year architecture in Syracuse University in New York, US, and she's here now for summer break. And she's not into she's into badminton and sports and all. She used to represent Bahrain schools in India for twice, I think. So she's concentrating now. She's concentrating fully on her studies. She's also having a passion of architecture and design. So I think Jean's work.
I must say, Ajit, you are in a wonderful company. Yeah. What different mix, a beautiful mix of people. There are 3 lovely women, right? One into interior designing, one into a lawyer's profession, and another one into sports. And what a combination! How do you manage with this vibrance around you?
You need a lawyer to solve all the problems what you create.
Okay. So is Sneha the resolver of the house? Yeah.
No. I'm joking, but say this thing. It's always good to be with good to be with the young ladies and girls, and support them. Whatever they want, I support them. I'm happy that they are all doing justice to whatever they're doing. And when you're talking about family, you are talking about family. So I have not completed it.
Sorry.
When you're the family, when you're talking about, I cannot forget the Dadabhai construction family, which is my the one of the families which we work as a team and a family, and Dadabai family, Dadabais, they are considering me as their family member, and Mr. Mohammad Dadabai, my chairman, consider me as his son, and Mr. Shabir Dadabai consider me as his brother, and that is another family which I have in Bahrain. So it is.
I remember the same was reflected by Dr. Arun Prahraj. So that reflects much on the Dadabai group.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. We don't feel like we are working for someone. And when I on the public function, in whether it is in BKS or Indian Club or any other place, when they call me to the stage for something, they call me Ajit Dadabai. So my family name is changed. I'm so proud that I'm
yes, you are known as Ajit Dadabai. That's right. Yeah.
So that gives me a lot of pressure, and I'm really proud of it.
Right. Tell me about you as a person. What is your strength?
If you look at it, my main strength is my hardcore experience, which I learned, which I earned in a tough manner right from those days. And as I mentioned earlier, I became, I climbed the ladders with my hard work and other things. But that is the strength I have attained during those days in my life. And the other strength is my family. My family is very, very supportive for me to do it. And other strengths are, if you look at my personal strength is, I started reading Bhagavad Gita at the age of 35. When you are working in a project, when you have to have the quality standards, and you have to complete the project on time, the time is not there, and a lot of tensions and other things. So, and fear of failure. So the moment I started reading this book, I was able to manage the fear factor, and to take defeat and success with a smile. This is what I learned from that book. And do your best and leave the rest to God. This is what I learned from Bhagavad Gita. So once you can manage your failure, the fear of failure, then you can achieve. So if you have that fear, you cannot reach anywhere. So I think the life has become a little light after reading that.
Okay.
So that is my strength. Then the support from my family, support from my management, support from my team. That's a teamwork. Whatever I have achieved in my life, it's only because of the teamwork. I always believe in trusting the team, trust the people, and give them free hand. So I always think that work has to come not from the head, from the heart. So we make everybody feels that they're working for themselves, and that's the policy of the Dadabai family also. So I think these are the strengths,
Good to hear that. Good to hear that. I know you have a plate full. You're a very busy man, but still you need to do something to unwind yourself. What are your hobbies? What is your passion?
Yeah,
I know you have a family to spend with.
Yes, that's there. Yeah, my hobbies is listening to music for sure, and Sneha sings, Sarada sings. So Sarada is learning Carnatic music now, and so that is definitely one of my hobbies, and watching some good classical dance program, and Indian politics is my another hobby.
Okay.
When I come back from work with a lot of tensions and other things, I switch on an English political debate.
Okay.
I think my problems are very less.
Okay.
So I find bigger problems there, and it definitely it's definitely an unwinding this thing, and supporting the family, and I will not be able to attend each and every functions, but I don't miss any of the good cultural programs comes in Bahrain. So
yes, I have seen that.
Yes.
You and Sharada, I think you are both passionate music lovers, and I think Sharada is also a part of a team that is bringing out a monthly album, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a new venture.
Yes,
I forgot its name. Sorry about that.
Melody
Or something. Yeah, but
yes.
that was nice. Raga based.
Yeah,
program.
raga based.
Yes.
Each raga based they are doing
Yes,
it. Yeah.
yes.
They work really hard. I'm seeing them working really hard for that. Yes.
Yeah, because that's something which we need because of the the dearth that we find in the classical music side of things, isn't it?
This was also a contribution by the pandemic, you know. So you're sitting at home, and many of your hidden talents. You know, Sneha, for that matter, I was never knowing that she was having ability to, you know, paint. Now she started when she was sitting there, she was nothing to do. Even Sarada also. Then when they have nothing to do, they started doing the painting, and I'm looking at the painting done by. I'm very happy.
Okay.
So the pandemic has some good, you know, effects also.
Yes. Ajit, do you have a personal goal for your life?
When you're talking about my personal goals, you know, I think you know, to share the knowledge which I have earned from many years, to share it with the newcomers, and to take the company to new heights with a more professionalism. That is another thing, and supporting my kids, you know, to grow and reach the positions they desire to, and you know. Coming back to the company, and my goal is the new generation is in business. Shabir Bhai, I call him Shabir Bhai. Shabir Bhai's sons, both Mohammed and Mr. Mohammed and Mr. Salman, both are in the business, and you know, it is my duty to help them, to position them with my experience and other things. To help them in positioning themselves in the group. This is one of my goals, which I started working on it. And apart from that, you know, I don't know how many years more I can work, but you know, but keep myself engaged in some or other manner and keep myself busy. This is the only thing which can you know, drive away any diseases or any illness. You know.
Yes.
So
great.
This is what.
That was a beautiful evening chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much for taking your time. Can I have your wrapping comments, please?
Thank you so much for inviting me for you know, this session. And you know, normally I try to go in a low profile, and I do my job, and you know, keep it with that, and you know, but it's good interaction. And when I start talking to you, it was a kind of introspection. I could discover something which I have forgotten years back. So it's good that I got an opportunity to remember my father, and he passed away in 2007. So it was a good you know, opportunity for me. And I know BMC. When I look at BMC, I think Francis Kedar is a good friend of mine. So you know, whatever I always think that, you know, when there are a lot of businesses closed down. This man has started a lot of business in the pandemic. So the people who are trying to achieve something in the days of crisis, they will survive. Because when I look at it, every 2 months he is coming up with a new thing under BMC, and I know him as an art lover, and he has trained so many kids in Bahrain, you know, for their artistic talents. And now he's coming up with you know, Film Society and many things. So I'm very happy and proud of him as a friend, and I wish all the success to BMC.
Thank you very much, Ajit, for being with us, and all the very best for you and your beautiful family, and also the Dadabhai group.
Thank you so much.
Team
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Carmen composed, a very skilled civil engineer who has proved his passion a success. Into politics, into music. Well, the love for politics and music makes this man all the more a combination of skills and aesthetics indeed. That was Ajit Kumar, Chief Executive, Dadabhai Constructions, with us on BizTalk. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Rajiv Unikrishnan signing off. Good night.
16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.